Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Day, and the one and only Master Propaganda, heroes like Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on road to Tunis. In the west stands enemy fighting for the German army, the Fallschirmjaeger and here with Luftwaffe, Kettenkrats. But interesting enough, he actually built the infantry company before, calling the Fallschirm pioneers. In most situations, you actually see the Fallschirm pioneers being dropped in before the infantry company. Quick note there. In the east, though, stands the indomitable Lady Rytsu, the Iron Lady of Company 3, fighting here for America, freedom, and democracy, here with the 1st Armoured Division. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, the continued and generous support of the Propagandacast, allowed to keep making all these videos, as he says I do. And a big hearty thanks to those keep commenting and liking the videos, helps out immensely with just YouTube algorithms.
Your Fallschirm pioneers are ready.
Got the Jeep out here, so that of course means armored here for Lady Rytsu. Immediate veterans one Jeep there. Fallschirm pioneer basically up north here, sandbagging in there. Getting ready for any American assault there on the northern fuel point. Aggressive play there for both fuel points here by enemy. Might be a plan here to rush out some armor there then, which is very common with the Luftwaffe builds in particular, since what you'll see also is then they'll go for the LG-40. To basic double SN tank gun, which is, due to its overall high mobility, also quite handy for dealing with the American light vehicle builds. So, MD-42 following up here for enemy. Pioneers busy here. Fallschirm Pioneers almost got the northern field point. And we got the Kettenkrad just grabbing everything here. Of course, got the communication cables upgrade for increased capture speed, which of course is incredibly good. Rifleman pushing northwards here. Fortunately for enemy, the Jeep is in the other end of the map and not anywhere close to the Kettenkrad. But there you go. First shots fired here above the northern fuel point. Jeep that runs to the Fallschirm Pioneer and finding several shots into the windshield in return. Rifleman pushing here for the Fallschirm Pioneer above the northern fuel point, up near the advancing GIs. And Kettenkrad, the ground munitions point all the way there. Machine moving down to the southern fuel point, clearly ready to push and defend it. Rifleman Jeep now going for the Fallschirm Pioneer here, charging in for freedom and democracy. There you go, enemy, as soon as the Jeep hits them, that is, begins to push them around, he just retreats. He's going for another MG-42, so it looks like to be a light infantry build here in the opening. South side there, scouts do find the enemy, and turns out that was an MG-42. So rapid advances here on both sides. Rytsu picking up pace here versus the German army. Kettenkrad spotted by the Americans. Second MD-42 team ready here for enemy and the Fallschirmjaeger, the only Fallschirmjäger unit in North Africa. So fun fact there. Keep racing in there. Vast majority of Axis paratroopers in North Africa would activate Italian with an entire 2 Italian paratrooper divisions fighting there. The Nembo and the Folgore. So fun fact, he's actually moving in the Kettenkrad to just contest the cutoff point against the Jeep. Bold move here by enemy. But they definitely, I think, worth just to, buy time against the Jeep and preventing from cutting off points here. Jeep flanking up here, we've got the other MD-42 here. No sign of additional Fallschirm Pioneer here, though, from enemy. In fact, going for a third MD-42. I can see why, though I definitely feel like 3 MD-42s might be a bit much, but we'll have to see. All the way, Kettenkrad, they're moving in again, blocking here the Jeep, and machine guns and other units, I think, are just in pursuit of the Jeep now. Meanwhile, Pioneers looking like they're going to try and make a push there for Rytsu's fuel. We got the scouts to move again. Rifle moving forward here. We got a total of 3 rifles go to the scouts and the Jeep here for Rytsu so far. Third MD-42 team, Fallschirm Pioneer going for the Jeep. Closing in with their Kar-90K bolt action rifles. Rifles go to the game point, and there you go. Jeep sort of looking to get out of there. And we also got mines standing from the Kettenkrad, as it can lay them down very fast. Plus, crucially, it doesn't actually give your opponent any indication you've been laying down a mine. Machine gun being assailed here from south side, but there's a second MD-42 covering the first one. But probably should still retreat that one. Still 3 MD-42s, 1 Fallschirm Pioneer squad, and the Pioneers feels a bit overly focused on MD-42s for my sake, my tastes. Fallschirm Pioneer moving up there, would probably recommend at least 1 more Fallschirm Pioneer score for a bit of extra infantry. Pioneers being spotted by the Jeep. And again, constant pushing here by Lady Rytsu on the cutoff point, looking to, mess here with enemy's fuel income as much as possible. Kettenkrad rushing northwards here. Again, note the way here that enemies quick to just shift around the Kettenkrad very easily, utilizing its highest speed to just move from point A to point B, if point B, for example, or point A is more heavily contested. There's obviously no point in having the Kettenkrad there. So thumbs up to enemy there. Over to Lady Rytsu. Who's gone to the Infantry Support Center and the Captain. Very much classic stuff there. Very much as expected, because it's easily just the best because, again, you get a free infantry unit that can later on call in artillery. That's just really, really good, even like you never used any of the other abilities. Just the free Captain is just incredibly good. And they're going to have to do something there to, I think, balance that out. They're knocked out, maybe like get all 3 buildings like a Captain, but maybe with some smaller variations on abilities between the Captains. That could be an idea. Oh, of course, the other part why this is popular is just, these are really, really good upgrades. Anyways, MD4 to the right from here, up north here. Kettenkrad laying down fresh mines. We've got a mortar there for Lady Rytsu to counter the German machine gun heavy build. Obviously makes a lot of sense. I would also expect a motor pool down the road for some fast light vehicles. There you go, more Kettenkrad mines. Fun fact about the Kettenkrad, they actually had a self-destruct, bomb version known as the Springer. Basically like, imagine a Goliath, but the size of a Kettenkrad. And that wouldn't even be like the largest of that. There was even like a more specific built version known as the Borgward 4B. That was even larger. Up north here, Rascal hitting a mine though. Taking a mine loss there as a Bob suddenly finds his feet missing. South machine gun Fallschirmjaeger moving up. Of course, by the way, was the intended design of the Schützenmine 42 or Schuhmine. It was not designed to actually kill, it was designed to maim, because the Germans figured the impact of maiming someone is actually bigger than killing them, because in both cases, they're not going to be fighting, dead, without feet. They're not going to be manning any positions or attacking or whatnot. Crucially, if you maim them, they still have to, be supported by the system. They have to be taken care of, and there's a lot more various psychological elements also involved there, which just means it kind of makes more sense to maim than kill, which is, of course, rather cynical logic. That's war for you. More sitting up here, up north here, we got the Rascal moving forward, grabbing on the fuel point. Schönegewehr team moving up. Looks like Lady Rytsu is going to try and go for the fuel point here. We do also have the motor pull up now, and I would strongly expect the Greyhound out here, and of course, I would also not be too surprised to see here enemy going for an LT-40 soon. It's actually gone here for the Panzer Company, coming in straight into the Panzer Company. Really looking to leverage that early advantage he's got in terms of map control over Lady Rytsu again. That's like, what getting these 2 fuel points kind of does for him. But clearly he's going for this just in case I get hit by a much faster Greyhound than anticipated. So again, considering what for Luftwaffe and that's access to LT-40s, it does feel a bit strange. But go for that. He also crucially still doesn't have a lot of infantry. He's still very reliant on the machine guns. His build sort of force composition feels a bit lopsided. Oh, I do believe we get some units here. It's actually Fallschirmjaeger SWAT there. Thumbs up to enemy. Fallschirmjaeger charging in. May of course want to upgrade them. That's the Kettenkrad. Scouts and captains, they're busy. Got a M1 hanging out there. Lady Rytsu, of course, lightly anticipating here a Panzer Company and so thus a Panzer Rush, because that is what a lot of our players like to do when they do go for Luftwaffe. Because again, I'll just briefly pause to explain this. You can just go for the LD-40 as a good counter and response like any light vehicles. Greyhound now on the way for Lady Rytsu. Finding it from northern fuel pump, but with the Fallschirmjaeger squad then heavy cover. It's going to be tough going here for Lady Rytsu's rifle. And there you go. Poor Jimmy there is cut down in the sands of North Africa against the mighty Fallschirmjaeger. Got the ground on the move here. Ralph's got reinforcing here. 50 cal being added to the ground. Captain there being mauled by heavy MG425 in the open. Up north here, Ralph's got the Fallschirmjaegers. Lady Rytsu Bawi clearly aiming for War Machine, which has gotten more popular. Now, of course, they slightly nerfed the Greyhound EC8, of course, only slightly. But still, I think just more people realise, particularly with the Greyhound buff, that just going for War Machine and just churning out a lot of light vehicles is really good. Plus, it also didn't help, they basically unnerved the Chaffee. That's the sort of thing you're seeing more of now. Of course, the Fallschirmjaeger, you see another interesting load for Lady Rytsu. Greyhound there, spotting the Kettenkrad out in the open. No mines here laid down by the Kettenkrad. Additionally, Fallschirmjaeger moving up, but crucially, with the kind of build order and force composition the enemy does have, doesn't actually have a lot of snares. The only snare unit he has is basically the Fallschirmjägers with a Panzerfaust. Got a wipe there though on Lady Rytsu. That's going to be a bit of a blow there to the first armoured here. Fallschirmjägers being pushed back by the Greyhound. Let us pop over to enemy. We're certainly some time away from any Panzer IV. Could of course go for the LG-40 here, which is likely what enemy's going to do. I do still think he should get some infantry out addition, like some Fallschirmjägers. Starsturm here could also be a good idea. Even Panzergrenadiers will also be very good here. So it's not like enemy is lacking options like, you know, delve into against his opponent in terms of, like, you know, choices. Second M1 ready for Lady Rytsu. Grand pushing southwards. We got a machine gun coming to the southern point here. Kettenkraut laying down even more mines. Great, and they're hitting a mine. Engine blown up. And Kettenkraut just getting out of there. Reinforcements here. No healing though. There we go. Got the LG-40 there, good to go. Leichtes Geschützfahrzeug, which was an anti-tank gun basically meant for like paratrooper units. It was relatively light for the airdrop. There's even a bigger version known as the LG-42, which fired a 105mm projectile. They could also fire high explosive shells.
Territory sector lost.
In fact, most anti-tank guns typically had some high explosive shells, just, you know, blasting at infantry and whatnot. But anyways, Fallschirmjäger's pushing forward here. Low on health though, already suffering two losses. There's Helmut and Schultz. End up, you know, biting the bullet to get a grenade here, forcing the captain out in the open. Quickly popping in. Another grenade of Lady Rytsu, mortifying the machine gun. Fallschirmjäger's being pushed back. Really needs that healing, but obviously the priority right now for enemy is getting out that Panzer IV and going for the healing. Would obviously delay that a bit. It's also worth noting he still has like plenty of manpower, so I really do think he should bring in some more infantry. Of course, in theory, he can also get away with it because the Luftwaffe units do, with Airborne Spirit, get some self-healing. But of course, in both cases, both the Fallschirmjäger and the Fallschirmjägers, they do require Veterans U1. I do think he, you know, needs more infantry. I'll wait Panther for the almost on here to support the Fallschirmbrigade Ramke. Greyhound there, hailing a mine in the south here. Lady Rytsu, of course, having some engineers out there. Thumbs up. In fact, a good idea now for Lady Rytsu would be laying down a bunch of mines, as I do believe she has a lot of munitions lying about. Pioneer Fallschirmjägers are sailing here, the positions, but Lady Rytsu's men are well dug in, and such an assault here is going to be, I think, a bit uncomfortable here for enemy. And there you go, though, Panther IV ready. That'll definitely do the trick here. Of course, Lady Rytsu is sort of apparently anticipating this, or we got the intent close to the center, so obviously, if enemy charging with the Panther IV through the center, he's going to be underneath and fire from the anti-tank guns, which is exactly what happens. And meanwhile, Lady Rytsu is just pushing closer and closer to enemy's base. South side of the machine pushing back the scout here. Greyhound there, good to go once more. Second MD-42 team there, holding large boxes of ammunition there under the sweltering sun. Got the Kettenkraut still busy up north. Fallschirm Pioneer, they're advancing, and no upgrades for those, by the way. No MG-15 or Granatenbüchse 39. And there you go, Kettenkraut finally taken out here by the anti-tank gun. That's a nice win there for Lady Rytsu. Really limits the amount of harassment and map control here that enemy can easily exercise against Lady Rytsu and the 1st Armoured. Southside engineers pushing forward with the grease guns, straight to the MG-42. Back at Rytsu's base, we're not seeing too much else at the moment. We got those Greyhounds now sailing on the patrol again. Panther IV pushing southwards. Of course, with all the manpower, Scout, like, you know, clearly wants more armor. One thing to also consider, he would be going for fuel cache. That way, you know, get more fuel fast, and that way push for the Panther IVs faster. LG-40, the prime coming from the MG-42, but still taking damage from the 50 cals and the 1300 guns of the two Greyhounds. LG-40, though, does push it back. And there you go, double anti-tank once more, forcing here enemy to draw the Panther IV. Up north, mine goes off then to the scout's feet, and we got a mortar now here for enemy. A bit of light artillery zone. Not a bad idea at all. And we also got support elements. This could mean either a Stuk or a Nebelwerfer, which, considering he's going straight for Panther IVs, I would say enemy going for Stuks now seems a bit far-fetched, and he's more likely pushing for Nebelwerfers. Which I'll admit, I'm not Huge fan of at the moment. Once sees the need level for me, at least tends to be a bit not ideal. And tends to wait for a lot more than it hits. Greyhound down though. Lady Rytsu trying to take out the Panther with the Greyhound is a bit ambitious here. Not impossible with 2 Greyhounds, but in the end though, the LG-40 very much turns into a suicide mission there for Lady Rytsu's 2 armored cars. And they're pretty much just left burning hogsheads. It was very bad for Lady Rytsu. Just lost one of her best tools controlling her opponent. But she does have a good victory point leader. Got quick save around the cutoff point here. Routed. Up north here, Fallschirmjäger's pushing back the scouts. So let's see what Lady Rytsu goes for next. Will she go for Greyhound or Chaffee? Small Greyhounds will she take up? Certainly quite a few options here that Lady Rytsu could pursue here versus enemy. Enemy meanwhile just continues to pursue the fuel points. Though still, he's not really pursuing a lot of infantry. And yeah, he is going for Needlewerfer on top of the mortar, which also seems a bit interesting there. Normally just go for either, not both. In fact, Lady Rytsu is actually building a fuel cache up, in part because she's definitely the one struggling more with fuel out of the 2. So it makes a lot more sense for her to actually build a fuel cache. So thumbs up to Lady Rytsu.
Back to full strength. Ready for action.
Very solid move there.
Enemy movement near victory.
Needlewerfer there ready. The Needlewerfers find 40. There were a variety of Needlewerfers in the German army, with many firing much larger rockets than this one, which you think roughly 550mm rockets. But again, they had ones that could even fire I think 300mm rockets.
The victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Fun fact there. Still called in the northern fuel point. South side there, Fallschirmjäger moving forwards. Now pushing, but the Fallschirmjägers are definitely well entrenched here. We got the BARs out for Lady Rytsu's forces. Definitely a nice boost to the rifleman here under her command. Quick grenade being chucked on both ends. And enemy just withdraws from that engagement. Center though's really got a lot of support weapons here though from enemy. We've got the anti-tank gun, the Needlewerfer, the mortar, and 2 machine gun teams. Actually one close thereby as well. We got 423 with 291. Scouts moving forwards. Mine goes on the rifleman. Mortar firing down in south here. Fallschirmjäger moving up. Engineers moving as well. We've got the Chaffee there now for Lady Rytsu. And a Needlewerfer bombarding. Okay, hitting around the mortar, which follows right next to the resource cache. So this is going to, I think, both give away the resource cache position to enemy, but also damage it, might even destroy it, which is certainly going to be quite the blow there to Lady Rytsu. Chaffee those out. The M24 Chaffee, a light tank. Not going forwards here. Smoke deployed. Moving forwards, Panther 4 moving in.
We have territory under
South side there, Fallschirmjäger moving up. Chaffee moving in. MD4 2 slamming to the scouts. We got 407 to 285. Lady Rytsu continues to fight the good fight for freedom and democracy across the world. MD4 to the versus riflemen. MD4 to blast in the scouts in the center. More machine picking up LG-40s. Pioneers, mortars basically up north here. No additional sign of tanks or infantry here for enemy still. We'll have to see, of course, Lady Rytsu's planning next. Will it be more Chaffies? Will it be EC8s? Will she go for the tank depot? Pull for Hellcats? Certainly quite a few paths here. And Lady Rytsu is actually going to go for another mortar. So double mortars versus mortar and Needlewerfer. Oh, she counts it for another rifle squad, deciding to bring in more infantry, which kind of makes a bit more sense there. North here, Chaffee clashing with German troops there, probing into the northern lines here of the 1st Armored Division. Picks up the fuel cache, thumbs up there. Hey Bob, yeah, should we really be using blowtorches near, massive drums filled with fuel? What do I look like, a physicist? I don't think it requires degrees of physics. Quiet, Bob. Needlewerfer firing away. South side of your scouts versus the Fallschirmjäger. Let's still not upgrade on those chaps, by the way. Mortar fire being silenced here by Needlewerfer fire. We see a full rout here from Lady Rytsu across the center.
The enemy holds all victory points.
And we got all victory points under control here. We got actually sprint. Oh no, yeah, it's capped using the sprint ability here. the flanking maneuver to execute a flank. Thumbs up to Lady Rytsu. Fallschirmjägers to get a good damage in the FT-42s and the ambush. We've got a strafing run in to assist the Fallschirmjägers, but I feel like this is still not looking great here for enemies Fallschirmjägers, and I do think you need to treat them. They're down to 2 men, low on health. While the Raft Squad got pushed back, there's still the Captain. Panther 4 being pushed in. Second Panther 4 moving up. And there go Antitanks flanking the Panther 4 here. Chaffee in the move as well here. LD4 nearby sports robots all taking damage. Panther 4 at high risk of being knocked out here by Lady Rytsu's Chaffee tank. Rushing in there. We got the flanking speed. She's on the warpath for democracy. Over to enemy. But there you go. There's still the LD40 not getting pushed back. Antitanks coming up here. And the Chaffee goes down. The Panther Force utterly butcher the American light tank here. Lady Rytsu's little dive there utterly backfired in the end, giving enemy, I think, a potential good chance to turn this game around more in his favor now, though he really would benefit from some more infantry. Still only got like the Fallschirmjäger squad and the Fallschirmjäger squad. There's an opponent with now like 4 rifle squads and the captain. I do feel like there is a bit of a difference there. Now obviously, enemy has a lot more machine guns and such, but as the match goes on, there's only so much machine guns can do to, shall say, pull off the infantry role. Panther 4, they're being fixed up. 281, 277. And up north here, Panther 4 strikes for the fatherland. Of course, at this point, it'd also be good here, besides, going for infantry, to consider some side skirts there for the Panther 4s. The extra health that would definitely help up versus the anti-tank guns, plus other future tanks here that Lady Rytsu might decide to chuck at enemy. Fallschirmjägers are withstanding an American assault here, ripping into the advancing GIs. The FT-42s just dropping in round after round. The right-wing force taking fire from the Panther 4. It's a brutal push here. Lady Rytsu, though, keeps it up, but no. Now we got him here with the Luftwaffe summoned in to disperse the Americans. There we go, sent packing. Still no sign of anything in south, though. We can see Lady Rytsu sort of sneak up. They're realizing that enemies focused mostly in the north now and close to the center, so the south side is more open to like just making some easy gains. Thumbs up to Lady Rytsu there. Certainly, I feel like one of those skills that Lady Rytsu is very good at displaying is just her ability to, like, get a good idea of the overall battlefield and not like get too over-focused on one point, but actually like able to like outmaneuver her opponent like that. So, thumbs up to Lady Rytsu. Baltimore's got the point here. Bagger base troops setting out there. Another anti-tank loss of Lady Rytsu and the 1st Armored Division. 3rd Rifle Company. Meanwhile, the Fallschirmjäger the Ramke and its 1st Fallschirmjäger Company here remains thick in the fighting against the Americans. We are getting armored side skirts and the officers' quarters. 2 thumbs up. Both are excellent upgrades for your Panther Force, and of course the officers' quarters is also a great upgrade for your Starstorm whenever you do get them. Hopefully enemy does get some of them. Got the Needler for firing another barrage. Going for the support weapons. Mortar there being pushed forwards. South side Fallschirm Pioneers there with the minesweepers out. Fresh push here by Lady Rytsu up by the northern compound there, but we got the Panther Force with the armored side skirts coming up, engaging the route squad there in the open. Not a great spot for the rifleman to be in. And as of course you are the German gunners firing at them, in which case it's the perfect position. Pioneers there being written apart, need to withdraw them now before the route squad finish them off. It would certainly be a bit painful here for enemy. And as of course his plan is to just lose them. Another strafing run here. Not doing too much with this one, so I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of that strafe was here, honestly, from him. Also worth noting that Lady Rytsu has 3 anti-tank guns, which does feel a bit excessive. Not impossible to deal with, mind you. Good flank there, could easily just render them all dead. Of course, in this case, he'd probably better off with the fragmentation bombs rather than Stuka Loiter. Like, fragmentation bombs I feel like actually very overlooked by a lot of the Armoured players. Center we got the info to squad. We got 230, 248 here. Big 2 points wide. It's now a match close between the two here, with neither player really maintaining a lead for long. Panther Force keeping out there through the Sands up north, the anti-tanks moving forwards, Fallschirmjägers being pushed back, engineers are being met with another MD-42 here. And there go Rytsu getting flanked here, fuel cache, also in trouble. We could see a white here on Lady Rytsu, and the 1st Armored Division almost got the white here. Does enemy not get it? No, but he does get the fuel cache, which is still a bit of a blow there to Lady Rytsu. We've got a tank depot going up there for the Americans now. And over to Lady Rytsu. She's also close to a Sherman EC-8. Meanwhile, up north here, machine taking heavy fire here. LG-40 there firing into the building here, looking to collapse it. And artillery fire here on the German positions in the center, called in by the captain. Flame from forwards, building collapse right after Lady Rytsu managed to get most of the men out of there. Niebler firing the center now. Panther Force pulling back here. We got one FT2 already. So, could go for Hellcat now, could save it for go for the Sherman, of course, Lady Rytsu. But at this point, figure, you know what, why not just go for that Sherman EC-8? Let's get some Brad Pitt on the field. Who knows, maybe she's a big Brad Pitt fan, I don't know. Scouts setting up a mortar fire there. Not a big kill at this stage, but still a nice one. Pioneers to cut down. That was a waste of Pioneers here by enemy. We got airburst shells to the mortar. Look to be support here for another push. We'll be able to go and smoke around there. Panther Force on the move once more for the fatherland. Fallschirmjägers maintaining a strong position up at the center, but it is quickly eroding though under intense and incessant American bombardment from grenades and mortars and what have you not. South side though, later it's again displaying her tactical acumen, sneaking up some forces there. And we got 3 Panther Force now here, total 4 enemy. That is a nice, strong, half-strength platoon there of Panzer Force. And of course with armored side skirts and immediate veterans 1 thanks to the officers' quarters. Certainly can also lay down some heavy fire there with the veterans who 1 ability. Of course at this point, he probably needs to do something to deploy a flare with a mortar, figure out what the anti-tanks are, deploy a smoke screen around them, and then push in the Panther Force to quickly not. Like if enemy can clear out the anti-tank guns now, before, say, Lady Rytsu calls into any tanks or tank destroyers, I think we'd basically just win the match right then and there. Panther Force, though, routing the Americans to the south side here. 230 to 209. Center there, we got a slow move here by the Germans on the center victory point. Up north here, bit of quiet.
Germans are down to 200 points. Keep it up.
Fallschirmjägers again on the move. And enemy overall just remains really short in infantry.
We must act. A victory point is under
South side machine gun for the southern victory point. In the center there, machine gun opening up the Americans. Mortar fire there being deployed expertly by the German mortar crew. Panther Force on the move here. Rival squad getting pumped here in the rear by the Panther 4 and the MD-42s. Captain flanking up here. Mortar fire on the American mortar. Bit of loss there as Joey gets knocked up with the Panther Force high explosive shell. South side almost got the Sun Victor bomb. We got 230 to 172 here. Panther Force are being hammered by the anti-tank guns. Captain there though, trying to push for the center victory point, instead met with a fierce volley of fire there. Go Niebler fire on the bunch of anti-tank guns here. Mostly though missing them completely. Which is typically why I don't rely on the Niebler for too much. There's too many cases of those I find personally. Easy out for Lady Rytsu. Brad Pitt has been summoned. North here pointies, but the Fallschirmjägers got a loiter in here though. From enemy. Again, not a bad one here, but I feel like with the way that Lady Rytsu is just bringing back all these entanglements, a fragmentation bomb would be much better. Anyways, Indians flanking the mortar crew here. Easy on the move here, engineers running along course. Rifleman sent packing. And got a 50 cal up there, very good. South side engineers moving up with a flamethrower. Further south, MD-42 still there, the flank is a bit exposed. 170 to 172. You see it rapidly withdrawing. Engineers could dig in here. Now, of course, engineers would typically not escort tanks, unless, of course, there's a desperate shortage of infantry, which did actually happen in 1944 during Operation Nordwind. Some of the American units were so short in infantry, engineers were being used to support the tanks, and they were, unlike the German pioneers, not quite frontline material. And so what happened is, once they started encountering Panthers, the engineers skedaddled, and the tank crews just surrendered their tanks, meaning suddenly there was an SS Panzer Division with roughly a company's worth of Sherman tanks. Fun fact there. Picks up the Panther force here. We got 152 and 72. Over to enemy once more in the Fallschirmjaeger.
We are losing our grasp.
Tank depot so far, though, not doing too much for the Rytsu. And they're going to south. MD-43 team there in a bit of a bad spot. They've got mortar fire, more crucially, they got the EC-8 they're firing down there. Was that actually the German mortar firing down there? I think it is. Until calling the machine gun here by the cap, but he's pinned down, screaming into the radio to just, you know, get him out of there.
MG-42, we are ready.
Panther force are being fixed up. Raft squad holding up. Got the northern victory point back for the German now. We got 172, 152 here. It's kind of a bit neck and neck here between the two. Anti-tanks inching forwards once more. Panther force, they feel like should be more active on the flanks here rather than around the center. Like, you should try and make it hard for Lady Rytsu to just predict where the Panther force are. Not make it easier. And there you go. Panther force takes a full broadside here of anti-tank on fire from Lady Rytsu. Up north, they're fighting to make trouble with the EC-8 here. Brat Pitt going for it. Southern pumping seized here. Need to fix up the Panther force, obviously, including the one that just, you know, was fixed up and then immediately got heavily damaged. Mortar fire there, raining down the machine gun team. Could take it out here. 170, 144. And another need of a barrage here. And again, just not doing too much. LU-40 here, though, trying to make a run for the center victory point. Instead, it's met with fierce fire here and is routed, almost taken up. Panther force up in the raft squad here. Anti-tank gun still within range here, and I think enemy realizes what it's doing here. Begins withdrawing the more damaged Panther 4. LG-40 cleared out here. Great kill for Lady Rytsu. Panther force being pushed back here. EC-8 moving in as well here. Things are getting tougher now for enemy. Lady Rytsu keeps up the pressure. She knows she's got an opportunity to really just drive in the damage here on enemy and take on some units. But in the end, she still ends up getting cold feet here. I feel like she missed an opportunity to just deliver some heavy damage to enemy here, which does buy enemy some crucial time. But the question is, can he, you know, leverage it? In the south side, Raft squad moving in here. EC-8 blasting away, the MD-42 pinning down the rifle net behind some rocks. And further up north, a small German force here, but heavily equipped, goes for the northern victory point. 120, 144, and he's going for triple anti-tank guns now. Wow, that seems a bit odd. Especially considering, like, you know, it's really just one EC-8. He doesn't really... he's got 3 Panther 4s. The issue right now for enemy, I feel like, isn't the EC-8 or even like a second EC-8. It's those triple anti-tank guns. Like, if enemy could get rid of these anti-tank guns, I feel like the rest of Lady Rytsu's forces will crumple well enough. I feel like triple anti-tank guns here is completely missing the mark. He'd actually be better off with just lots of Starstorm, Fallschirmjägers, or Panzers, just something that can, like, quickly flank the anti-tank guns and hose them out rapidly. Triple anti-tank guns isn't going to cut it. But again, that's just my perspective. Oh, wait, first pack 40 ready for enemy. The Panzerabwehrkanone 40. 81 versus 144. 80 versus 144. Distancing up, he expected to get flanked here from the rear. Nice over there by enemy. Thumbs up. Lady Rytsu, of course, not expecting this. I think, yeah, it's going to quit the rifleman suppressed. Mortars also, by the way, only really being utilized for just barraging. I don't think he's actually used his flare at all, or for that matter the smoke screen, which you definitely think has been an oversight. Machine gun wiped here by air shells. Third pack 49 on the way, the first 2 ready. EC-8 ambushing the Panther 4 here. In the center of the machine shop, we got artillery fire calling mortar fire as well here. Enemy's action starting to seem a bit more frantic, a bit more haphazard. And there you go, second EC-8 here from the Brat Pitt Express. And even going for the officers' quarters now, so yeah, this seems like an odd call here by enemy, honestly. A bit more of it out of desperation or frustration, I think, more than I think a more steady analysis of what's going on. EC-8's moving in, then engaging the Fallschirm Pioneer there. Heavy fire on them, almost wiping out the entire squad. He's down to just poor Otto, and he's down. meaning enemy now just has one Fallschirmjäger squad, and that's it. No pioneers, no Fallschirmpioneers, nothing. Mortar getting hammered here. Up north here, Fallschirmjägers on the northern victory point here. E6 withdrawing. We still got the antagonist hanging about some here. Panther Force pushing in. Pack still blasting as well here. And now he's sort of pushing forwards. We still got the Lloyds as well here for enemy. We got 60 of us, 144. Over to Lady Rytsu. Heavy needle weapon fire. Packs. Anti-tanks on all sides moving towards the center here. It's a big convergence event over the center here. Rout squad's about to get pulverized here. We got a machine gun seized by Lady Rytsu. We got Lloyd called in. Panther 4 though is close being knocked out here by heavy anti-tank on fire here. Packs are massing here. Almost got another Panther 4 here. 2 tanks about to get knocked out here. But no, gets away. Mortar fire on the bunched up packs here. Like air shells, which I think Lady Rytsu's dispatching could do heavy damage here to enemy. South side, Panther Force pushing for the southern point. Up north, the east hitting gate and the Fallschirmjägers. Packs are moving forwards here. Blindly even, I feel like. Machine gun team in the south wiped up with the 2 Panther Force. Fallschirmjäger being airdropped here. We've got 144 versus 38. Enemy is definitely feeling the desperation. He's just pushing in there like a madman now. Mortar fires almost taking that info here, but the center victory point packs holding back. You've got 138 versus 38. 137 versus 38. E-seeds being fixed up here. Panther Force in heavy repairs. And with only one Fallschirm Pioneer squad to do, it's going to be a trigger. There we go. We got 2 abandoned machine gun and a mortar over the center here. Lady Rytsu, of course, quickly moving in there. Enemies denies the mortar, but yeah. Northern point because you've got Ace Fallschirmjägers here with 30 kills here. Needle weapon fight. Grenades being chucked there. 123 versus 38. All victory points briefly fell here to the German army, but Lady Rytsu is already clawing them back here. EC8's being fixed up. First one good to go. Brad Pitt ready to blow up some more German panzers. And we got another Panther 4. He's going for 4 Panther 4s. Still doesn't have, like, any infantry. How does he intend to grab the points? Oh, dear. Northern victory points fallen to the 1st Armored Division again here. 116 versus 32. 31. Panther 4's been there, goes straight to the anti-tank line, and a snare! That's going to be the end of that Panther 4 for sure! Again, no smoke screens here, and Panther, of course, now lost the mortar. Second Panther 4 drop now, got snared out, so we got the Panther 4s, we got the EC trucks down here. 2 Panther 4s, they're down in less than a minute. Fallschirmjägers pushing in here through the south, but it still ends up right in front of the anti-tank. There's no attempt at even a remotely deep a flank here by enemy. That's a 3rd Panther 4 down even just 1 Panther 4. Just basically in a matter of minutes, just lost 3 Panther 4s and the Ace Fallschirmjäger squad here. I mean, still got the 1 Panther 4 left, which is heavily damaged. And the ones supposed to repair it are just being murdered. Like, imagine you needed, like, your car desperately repaired, but, like, you know, for some reason, your mechanic's, like, busy fighting at the front line. 116 versus 21. Here, Panther 4 trying to go. We got these hit moving in for it. And that's the 4th Panther 4 down. Enemy is gutted. That has got to be GG. He's got like a Needlewerfer, I think, and triple packs. And there you go, GG, game over. Wait, did the Needlewerfer also get cleared out? I think so. Yeah, God. Anyways, that is it. A brutal back and forth fight here. Really close to time to then. Lady Rytsu pulled through, I think, with just a much more solid force composition, but also just better, you know, playing around on the map. I feel like enemy at times suffered, focused too heavily in the, you know, center of the map, but also I think invested too heavily into the support weapons while neglecting the infantry. But also just tend to just like not flank and just push head on, and even then not using smoke screens to at least, you know, make that more effective. I feel like those are the things that sort of doomed the enemy. He was really close, but just kind of sabotaged himself there a bit tactically and strategically. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell your friends and family. And as always, you can support the Propagandacaster by donating on Pledge and Patreon. Every bit helps. Links are in the video description. And this is Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.